Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are back for round 2 of John Rick. And welcome to the next new episode of Tight Spots Lounge with your hosts, Tight Spot and my boy, Knack Attack. What up, brother? How you been? How's everything? What's good?
All right. Like I was telling you off the show, I've recently acquired a whole mini library of PlayStation 3 games, and it's been great.
Exciting.
Really
exciting
cheap on
times.
eBay.
Exciting times in the Knack Attack household, because
there you go. This was like $40 for all these cool titles. So
$40, man. $40 on eBay. That is awesome. I love it. And off the air, we were talking about Whatnot, guys, as well. I know I promoted on here. I was showing Knack Attack the ropes of how to find the video games section on there. I know it's kind of weird if you didn't know how to do it, and now he does. There are not just only Funko Pops on there, but there are video games as well. And I know people are on their way coming in, so we're gonna hang out here for a minute to see who comes in here. But anyone who's joining us right now,
they need to fix their search on Whatnot.
Yeah, they need to.
That's my hot take.
They definitely need to do something like that. I know I'll tell you this though, Whatnot is more mobile friendly to use than on the website, and I don't know why they did that. But yeah, it definitely.
Dude, you gotta move your camera up like 8 inches. We're just getting all crotch right now.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to do that. I had to move the screen back. But yeah, like, it's an interesting take because honestly, Whatnot is cool with live auctions. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about life in general. But I mean, Knack Attack, in those games, you got how many games was it? 20? 20 games? You said?
Yeah, I think there was like 23 or something like that. But a couple of them were duplicates of stuff I already had. But for the most part, it was mostly brand new things for me.
What are you excited for?
I was like, you know what? I'll take a handful of duplicates when I got all those other great titles in there. So.
Yeah, what are you excited for? What game are you truly excited to play?
I'm actually really excited to play Lost Planet. I always wanted to play that one, and then life sort of happened, and I just kind of missed that franchise.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm excited to go back and check out that first title on the fighting aliens on that ice planet.
Yeah, they've done it. They've done. And anyone who doesn't know, my wife is home. That's if you hear any coughing in the background, it is her. I think there's 4 games of Lost Planet. Am I not mistaken? It looks.
There's at least 2 on PS3 era.
Yeah, and then 2 on PS4, I believe. But yeah, I've never played them. I know they were on 360, and I think they are on Game Pass. No, there's only 3. There's only 3. Yeah, Lost Planet.
Demon's Souls is the other one I'm looking forward to playing. I always wanted to play the Dark Souls games.
Oh,
and that
dude,
was kind of
so I
genesis
bought,
of that whole thing.
I bought Dark Souls a while back. I haven't played it yet, and I think something would be cool. And since you brought it up, since I saw that you had that game, let's see how far we together, you in your version of the game, my version of the game, see how far we get until we die. Like, I know you die a lot.
Yeah, I hear that's a mechanic of the game, which is kind of neat. That's why I always wanted to play it and give it a try.
Okay. Yeah, so there you go. And see how far we can get on separate paths.
Keep in mind, I have Demon's Souls. I don't have Dark Souls yet. I do plan on getting those games.
Demon's Souls?
Yeah. That was kind of like the prototype for Dark Souls. It was kind of like the same thing, but Dark Souls made it more refined.
I think. Wait, hold on. Let me see which. Hold on. I know where my game is. Let me see which one I have. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I know where it is. It is Dark Souls. Okay. Give me the Dark Souls.
All right, he'll be back.
I'm coming back. I'm coming back. Boom. Dark Souls. Dark Souls. There you go. I got Dark Souls. I plan on playing that at some time in my stream lifetime. But right now we're doing a lot of sports. And Bike Me, Hola, it's Carmen. Thank you for coming in. And anyway, and Nakatak's in the chat as well. If you guys want to chat with him, I'm in the chat as well, of course. But I hope you guys are doing well. On that
John,
note,
I got another gaming question for you.
Yes, go ahead, shoot.
The game Destiny came in this pack.
Yes.
Do you know? Am I still able to play that if I sign into PSN, even though it's like 10 years old? Because that was the game you could only play online.
Do you have a PlayStation Network? Are you actually gonna? I don't know. I mean,
well, I had one 10 years ago when it was still free and everything. I don't know if my sign in would still work.
I'm not sure.
I have no idea if those Destiny servers are still up.
Well, Destiny in general is still up. I mean, on Xbox One, you can play them. You can play Destiny.
All right, I'll have to sign in and give it a shot because I popped the disc in last night and I was like, you have to be online. And I was like, oh crap, that's right. This was an online only game. I was like, well, we'll sign in some point and see if that still works.
Yeah, you have your weekend to try things and see what happens.
Oh, guy without kids, that's great.
I have an adult kid I have to take care of. I have to wash the sheets and make sure she's cleaned up and nice and everything. So I do have a kid, and I have a puppy that doesn't want to eat.
You can at least leave the room for 5 minutes and not worry about something being destroyed.
That is so true. That is so true. I was trying to message somebody to let them know that we were live because he was telling me that he was going to join us and when we were live. So let me just message him. Dirty Casual, if you're out there already listening in, I'm sorry I messaged you, but we are live now. Games, yes, games and games and games. I mean, honestly, this is all the stuff I'm selling on Whatnot, guys, right here. Like Max.
You said people just came in.
What? Something?
Stash Nick got from eBay for fairly cheap.
Yeah. Here's the cool
mystery, baby.
So Nakatek, if you ever get a Switch or upgrade your system, this game's pretty fun. I've been playing this a little bit on my Switch. Immortals Phoenix
What's
Rising.
That one? Oh, okay.
It's by Ubisoft. It's pretty fun. It's a teen game. It's language and successive themes and violence, but hey, it's a lot of fun. I like it.
I'm saving up for PlayStation 6 when that comes out in 4 years or whatever.
Who knows? I mean, we think that the PS5 is finally getting in stores more frequently during the holiday season, so we'll see what happens with that. So
I've been blown away by a lot of the trailers for PlayStation 5 games. The graphics are very good.
Yeah,
I'm very impressed with the visuals on that system.
Well, you've seen my games that I played with my PS5, but now we all know where the PS5 is waiting to be brought back to life, and we are on the verge of having that happen. Just a couple dollars here, and we'll be able to get it run. But in this episode, guys, we're talking about the sequel of John Wick Chapter 2. We also were brought to my attention today. Knack Attack wants me to give my pitch for the movie, and he's going to give his too. Right, Knack?
You got it, buddy.
Right, buddy? And we are going to do something different. We are actually going to play a trailer of a movie right now that is coming out, I think, in a few weeks here. No, it's coming out next year. I'm not exactly sure the date, but I know it made news this week. Dirty, you are here. Yay. Dirty's here. Dirty. Boom, boom. Good fucking deal. So we're going to watch this one real quick. We're going to watch, hold on. I got to get it in frame. Got to get it smaller so we're not blocking myself in Knack Attack. So we're going to actually watch the trailer for Cocaine Bear before we get into John Wick. And we want your guys' thought on this movie, and our thoughts will be our pitch for this movie will happen. Like how did this damn movie actually come about? What we think was thrown at the windows of screenwriters or the production companies or whatever, the movie company that brought this movie to life, which is coming out next year. So let's get to it real quick. Let me bring it up here. Universal Pictures is bringing this out. So here is Cocaine Bear. Enjoy.
Medic!
Oh, Jesus. What is that?
What's going on with that guy's facial hair?
Beth, we should go.
I don't know.
Millions of dollars worth of cocaine fell from the sky this morning in Knoxville, Tennessee.
There's more of this out there. They dumped it.
This bear looks good.
I'm looking
Yeah.
for my daughter.
Forest is a dangerous place.
Hey, Henry, check it out. Something got into it. A deer, maybe.
A lot of cocaine was lost. I need you to go and get it.
This is an essay based on true events.
Yeah, it's inspired by true events.
Let's see what kind of effect that has.
What really happened is the bear probably did get a hold of some drugs, but then it was just kind of like,
The bear.
instead of going on a
fucking
rampage,
did
it probably just
cocaine.
like laid down and was just like, brrr.
Yeah.
A bear did cocaine.
Oh, it's in February.
bear.
Okay,
A bear.
February it comes out.
Hey!
Yeah, this looks like a February movie.
You're safe. Bears can't climb trees.
Of course I can.
Higher, baby.
Oh, shit.
Get higher,
It kind of seems like the thing that stays with the man forever.
This seems a little too goofy.
baby. Apex predator.
Like if you play your goofy concept straight, then you could have a pretty good, fun horror movie. But if you go too goofy, then it's just kind of like
It's mine.
it gets too much in the comedy area.
Oh man, you fucked.
What the fuck is wrong with that bear?
Baby.
Shoot it, man.
Baby.
Bear, speed up.
Higher, baby. And don't ever come down.
Dun, dun, dun.
We have such good luck in nature.
February 24th, this movie comes out. All right.
Is that theatrical?
Yeah.
That looks like something that would go straight to streaming. That's so weird.
No, February
I mean,
20th.
kudos to them for releasing something really stupid and goofy like that.
Yeah, Universal Pictures is bringing that one out. And that's pretty crazy. That's crazy. I mean, there's another. I mean, I would like to know who pitched this movie and what
Cocaine
like
Rider
how did
pitched
these
Cocaine Bear.
yeah, how did this studio decide, hey, we want to bring this movie to life. We want to bring a movie about the cocaine bear, that
Stuff
goes
going
on
my
a killing
background
spree.
trying to.
Knack Attack. I mean, honestly, that's crazy. It's a crazy movie. I mean, honestly, Dirty, what are your thoughts? I know, Dirty, you're in the chat. Anyone else who's in the chat, let us know your thoughts. What are your thoughts on that movie? I mean, it comes out February 23rd. I want to watch it, but I'm not going to go to theaters to pay for it. I want to wait and see it. Like, I wish it was like Netflix or something right away so I could watch it. Because honestly,
I imagine that'd be available for stream in March.
yeah, hopefully. But Knack Attack, your thoughts? Like, what? I mean, I don't know what would be the pitch? Like, let's do this. Let's do a movie where bear does cocaine, and he goes on to a slasher flick, like killing everybody in the woods and attacking everybody, and then jumping into a fucking ambulance at the end of the trailer. I don't know.
I can see it happening, but I'm just more fascinated by the fact that a major studio is releasing that theatrically, because that just seems too weird for a main audience,
Mm-hmm. It is. But it was definitely a talk of the town this week on Twitter and other social media platforms. once this trailer came out, because I was like, Cocaine Bear? What the fuck? Let me see this trailer. And then Danya's seen it. Danya laughed about it. And it was like, holy, what the fuck is this shit? Like, it's one of those movies that's like, really, this exists. I know, Knack Attack, you said once you started seeing this trailer, you went down a rabbit hole of movies that are coming out in the upcoming months. And I want to ask you this, like, what movies in your mind's eyes were something you want to see, and what were some were like head turners of like, why is this happening?
Well, I guess despite my my feelings on Marvel films nowadays, I am looking forward to Guardians 3 because I really love James Gunn. He's still doing good stuff. I saw a trailer for that, and I thought that looked good.
Did you see the Christmas special?
What?
What?
A Christmas special of what?
The Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special.
No, that sounds terrible.
It was actually good.
Did you watch it?
Yeah.
Did you finally watch it without me? Because I
liked it.
Okay. Danya liked it. I liked it, but I thought it was pretty cheesy and pretty funny because it it actually opens a storyline within the Marvel universe that I didn't know about unless you knew about it. Or do you want me to tell you? Do you want me to spoil it?
I don't care. Go ahead.
You don't care? Well, Ego had 2 kids, right?
Okay.
Mantis and Star-Lord are brother and sister.
Really? We're gonna Halloween this now?
Wait, Michael and Jamie Lee Curtis were brother and sister? I never knew that. I didn't know the whole shtick of that. Is that what it was?
Well, yeah. Well, they retconned the original movie in the sequel. They're like, he's your brother.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, I missed that. All right. But yeah, we also I plan on it since I'm going to tell you this, guys. I watched both. Oh, okay. So technically, we were just
Indiana Jones 5 looks like ass.
What?
Indiana Jones 5 looks like shit.
Yeah, I don't want to. I mean, I really okay. So I did see some of the films before, but I'm like, that's cool. You know, Indiana Jones. You know, saving the world and.
They were hard for people to understand. I've seen all of them.
Danya's adding input and saying she's seen all of them. But do we need a 5th one? Did we need a 5th one?
No, Skull would have been fine.
Danya said Skull would be fine and that would have been done with it. But you know how Hollywood is. They want to eat up all the possibilities of another movie.
I mean, Crystal Skull wasn't good, but at least had closure for Indy's character.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's what Danya said. I've never seen it. I didn't want to see it because I'm like Shia LaBeouf in an action movie when he's a character in a TV show called Even Stevens back in the day. It was
bad in the role, surprisingly.
He's perfectly serviceable in it. I mean, it probably wasn't the best casting choice, but it's not terrible either.
Yeah. Okay.
By the way, it looks like I didn't see anything that looked like Mutt was even in Part 5, so.
I don't think he is. I mean, he's been like blacklisted a little bit from Hollywood a little bit with things like not really doing a lot. I mean, look at Frankie Muniz. He hasn't really done anything in a while. I know he's been out of Hollywood for a while, I think. But that's another guy. Like,
are we going to see the
that's an industry that'll chew you up and spit you out when you're young.
I don't think there's a trailer yet for it. Donnie asked me if we're going to see the new Saw when it comes out. I want to. I was always a fan of the series. And Dirty, what about you?
Are you Saw, or are they calling it whatever that other movie was called?
Spiral? No.
Rock?
They're not.
Yeah, is it Spiral? Saw 10, Spiral 2?
No. It's going to be Saw 10. It's coming out next year. Not sure when.
Tobin Bell's not getting much younger either. It's time to move on from that, I think, too.
Yeah, he's going to be in it. Tobin Bell is going to be in it.
I think it's Swan Song was last.
And that's not a knock against Tobin Bell. I love that guy, but
Yeah. So we'll see what happens when that comes out next year and whatever direction they go. I mean, I saw Spiral. I loved it. I thought it was cool. It was a cool continuation of the storylines they were going for and all that. So, yeah, I thought that was pretty cool in my mind's eye. But let's do this. We're already gearing up to talk about 3 in 2 weeks from now. So let's do this. You've seen the trailer for 4.
John
I don't
Wick
know
3.
probably.
In case no one knows what you're talking about.
Huh?
John Wick 3, in case no one knows what you're referring to.
What am I referring to?
You're referring to John Wick 3. You just said we're talking about 3 next week.
Yeah, we're talking about John Wick 3, Parabellum, in 2 weeks. But we already know there's a 4th one. And I'm going to tell you this right now. I watched one for the first podcast. I watched 2 and 3 already. I'm ready for 4. I'm honestly ready for 4. Because I'm enthralled with the movie because I liked.
I did. I got him addicted to it.
You got me addicted, but it brings me back to a point where I'm gonna make this movie. I'm gonna do this right now. I'm gonna pitch the movie. I'm gonna pitch John Wick 2. You know, we go off.
We're gonna go back like 8 years.
Let me
like,
do this.
Hey, John Wick was a hit. John, we need a pitch for a sequel. What do you got?
What I got? Okay, so here we go. We saw in the first one he walks off into the sunset kind of with the dog. Is this the end? Is this the end? No, because you know why? Look at how the movie did. So let's do this. Let's bring back a gentleman that John Wick worked with, well, Keanu Reeves worked with, in another movie. Let's bring Morpheus in. This time, make Morpheus the leader of the homeless people. Okay? Let's do that. Okay? And then let's have this fucking what is he? I don't know. French guy, Italian guy, you know, have a marker.
You're doing an actual pitch for the sequel. I wanted an original pitch from you. Where would you have taken the story?
Oh, okay. all right. I'm sorry. Well, as you can see after the first movie, where do we leave John Wick? What do we do? We can't make this a rom-com, can we? Nah, that won't work. Let's have him in chapter 2.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith, they already did that. We can't do that.
Yeah, we can't do Mr. and Mrs. Smith. That was Brad and Angelina Jolie's, you know, cool thing. What can we do? We need more action. We need the action genre to live on. And I think John Wick 1 delivered. As you can see the box office numbers, we need a second one. We need a chapter 2, and let's turn it up a notch. Let's go international with it. We did locally in the U.S. Why can't John Wick go internationally?
And you sound like a real life producer that I imagine this actual conversation took place.
I don't know. Do I?
You do.
I haven't smoked. I haven't drank yet. I'm having a good time with you, Knack Attack.
This sounds exactly like the guy that's there. This is hot, baby. We got a hit. We need a sequel here.
Let's take it international and let's go. You know, since the Continental was a safe haven in this universe here, let's go international. Have him visit another safe haven, and because he already kicked down the Russian guys, who else is gonna come after him? Let's go with some freaking people from Tokyo, or let's take him to actually Russia and take down more hitmen in Russia. I don't know. Could it sell? Let's throw it at the wall and see. Let's bring it to the masses and see what the people say. I don't know. Knack, would you buy it?
Oh yeah. There was a ton of goodwill from that first one. They could have released anything, and I'd be like, I'm there.
I mean, honestly, the pitch was probably like, hey, let's bring the guy who played Morpheus. Let's bring him in.
Yeah,
Lawrence Fishburne.
people really liked when they saw the Keymaster in John Wick 1. Let's bring more Matrix crew back.
Yeah. Let's do that. I mean, honestly, why not? I mean, this honestly reminds me of, I know I have the trailer thing up here because we're gonna play the trailer for 4 before we go and actually delve into 2, because I want to show you guys like the energy that 4 brings to these 3 movies and makes you want to see them. You know, before
you want to hear what my pitch would have been for a John Wick 2?
Yeah, what was your pitch? What would be your pitch?
I would have actually gone the opposite direction and kind of lowered the stakes, making something a bit more closer to History of Violence, where John Wick just kind of goes off in exile, a self-imposed exile, and then he ends up having to deal with some local crime lords that bring the attention of other assassins.
History of Violence with Viggo Mortensen was a great movie as well.
It was very good. I think that would have been a nice little character study for like John Wick, if John Wick was that character.
Yeah. I mean,
that's my take. I was like, let's lower, let's make it more personal. Everyone's expecting to go big. Let's make The Empire Strikes Back. Let's do a totally different direction that people aren't expecting.
Definitely. That's what we should do. But
that was my take. But with that said, the John Wick 2 we did get is actually very good and entertaining, and I love it.
Yeah, and honestly, I didn't know what was gonna happen. I didn't know we were gonna have Lawrence Fishburne. I'm like, holy fuck, Lawrence Fishburne. And then like the side characters, like the one that doesn't even speak, where it's like a cameo, and I'm like, holy fuck, that's Jason. What's his face? That's the guy who plays Ralphie in fucking. Let me look him up. I can't even think his name.
You're talking about the mute lady.
Which one's the mute lady?
She's like the main antagonist to John Wick. The one that does the sign language. Isn't that what you were referring to?
No. I'm talking about the guy. The one guy doesn't talk. He's one of the homeless guys. He has a big role in.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Let me look him up. I'm not even sure. I can't even think of his name. It's it's like I think it's Jason Matizakis.
I didn't realize that we had 2 mute characters in this film.
Yeah, I mean, and also to have Leguizamo in this film series. I mean, honestly, and you have the artist known as Common in it. And it's like, holy shit, like it's a star-studded cast.
I hope Common returns for part 4.
What?
I hope Common returns for 4. It makes sense that he wasn't in 3 because that took place immediately after 2, and he was left injured in part 2. So
who's that? Who doesn't return? Who is it? Leguizamo?
I'm saying Common isn't back in 3, but I really hope he comes back for 4.
Oh yeah, Common is Cassian, yeah. Yeah, he was left injured. I mean, in 2. I mean, honestly, this whole cast and this whole movie of how it went, you're like, holy fuck, this is insane. Like the battle that the fight scene with Common and Keanu, that was so solid. Like, and how they like he gets thrown into it
culminates with them going through the glass of the one of the Continentals.
Yeah.
Like, gentlemen, take a drink, cool off.
Yeah, and it's like, holy shit, like, you can't fight on the Continental. It's sacred ground for anyone who does not know what we're talking about.
It's like Highlander. You can't fight in a church.
Yeah, you can't fight in church. I can't find the guy on the second one. I think he's in the third one. I know. Jason Matsukas. He plays Ralphie in The League, and he's also the one guy that's like Lawrence Fishburne's side guy in this movie in John Wick. I know he's in him because I see him, and if it's not him, then I'm wrong.
Let's rewind real quick and just kind of explain where the story goes after part 1.
It is not him. Damn, I'm wrong. No, it is him. He's TikTok man. He's TikTok Man in 3. How many years were 3 and 2 different? No, he's not in 2. He's in 3. Sorry, my fault. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Just so everyone's caught up, but like John Wick 2 takes place almost immediately after 1. We get a nice little cold opening where John gets his car back. Sort of plot line left over from the first movie, but the car wasn't really the point of his adventure in the first one. But when he gets the car, we see why he was so adamant about getting that back, and it's nice, another little character moment for John Wick.
Definitely, and I'm happy that he got the car back, because Leguizamo's character was like not wanting to have any part of it, because the Russian who gets killed in the first one stole the car and banged it up and all that shit. Well, it got damaged in the fights and the racing and all that. But in all honesty, this movie is a perfect midway point. Like, it's great. It's great. It continues the story that we had in the first one, but it also opens a whole new world where we're like, oh fuck.
It expands the world of the assassins and the Continental and all that stuff.
And like, oh yeah, I have your marker. You have to do something to get freed, and then the guy's like, oh, kill my sister. It's like okay, and then we see how that goes down. We get to look at the politics of the Assassins Guild, which is interesting. Yeah, I mean, like, it's a hierarchy. It's a table. You're at the table. You're like, it's kind of like how in WWE right now you have Roman Reigns, who's the head of the table, and then you have the Usos and Solo and also Sami Zayn, who's part of it storyline wise. Like, you have the head council, and then it's like the Council of Ricks. Okay, anybody who's ever watched Rick and Morty, you got a council. You got a people that's in charge of your shit, and then you have people that enforces the laws, and that's seen in the third one because of the shit that happens in the second one, which we're gonna get to. And I don't know why can't we just talk? I was gonna ask you, and I know you mentioned it. I'm down to talk both movies, and I'm like, fuck, that's a great idea to do that, but I don't want to. But it's like, these movies are so fucking good. Like, you want to talk about all three.
2 or 3 especially almost feel like 2 parts of a single story.
Yeah. Yeah, and it feels like, I mean, I'm sitting there watching the movie, I'm like, damn, I don't want this to end. I don't want to just, like, that's why when I finished 2, I was like, I'm going to start 3 right away. Because...
Oh, wait, we still kind of glossed over the plot of 2. So basically,
yeah, I'm
John
sorry.
Wick is forced to make one final job because of a blood oath.
Yeah, a blood marker.
There's this thing that happens where you actually put your blood on a thing, and you were sealed to do that job when called upon. So he does the job, then he vows revenge on the guy that hired him to do that because he wants to be done. And he says, well, if I'm not done, then I'm taking all you guys out.
Yeah.
And so the movie is basically John trying to fight off all these assassins that this guy hired, and John's trying to kill him.
Well,
it's
get
sort of like the first one.
The reason why he gets
scope.
into it, and the reason why he had to accept this, is because this motherfucker destroys John Wick's house. He destroys the castle the king lived in. He did not kill the king. He killed the castle. He took his home from the king.
Not only that, but it's such a great visual representation of the destruction of his life away from that world. Like, that life is now figuratively and literally gone.
Yeah, it is.
There's some smart filmmaking in here beyond the surface level stuff.
Yeah,
good.
The camera work, the fights, the cinematography, the in-depthness of like it was kind of like chapter 1 was like the epilogue. It gave us a hint of what we can expect from this world.
Prologue.
That if it continued, can blossom into what 2, 3, and now 4 is going to represent, you know? And I'm excited to see. I mean, Keanu's not getting any younger. Like, I know you mentioned Tobin Bell. Tobin Bell's not getting any younger. Keanu Reeves has been doing movies for how long? I mean,
mid 80s.
What?
Since the mid 80s, almost 40 years.
Yeah, 40 years. I mean, he's been through a lot, like, on sets, in personal lives, and that's why he took so many years in between movies, like early 2000s, of all the shit he was going through personally and mentally. And I know he's back, and it's cool to see him personally. Like, I know we mentioned it last time about, he's saying he's back, but it's just not John Wick who's back. It's Keanu Reeves. He's doing, like, he could have retired off the Matrix money. He could have said, fuck it, I'm done. He made enough money doing those 3 movies. He did a 4th one. I didn't see the 4th one. I know it's on HBO Max. That had a good deal for 3 months, $1.99. I didn't taken part of it, but I should have during Black Friday. But I'll tell you what, I'm glad he's back. I'm glad John Wick continued on Chapter 2, because this movie, it sucks you in because you just don't want to finish. You want to finish it in one setting because it's just that good. Because you want to see that douchebag who, called on the psycho, called on the hitman because he killed his sister. But he's the one who, in all honesty, if John Wick could have told the guy, say, hey, I didn't kill her. She killed herself in the fact that she slit her wrists. I just finished the job because
You're missing some details. This is what you're referring to when he's interacting with Common's character.
Yeah,
and he sort of does relate what happened when they end up in the bar.
Well, not Common, not just Common. I'm talking about the brother. I'm talking about the brother. If he could tell the brother that he didn't kill her because she started killing herself, then that movie would suck. Because what kind of ending would it be? Oh, okay, this is how it ended? Okay, cool. You're done. Goodbye. End of Chapter 2. That would have sucked as a movie. But what we got didn't suck. Because and it's cool because it's like, okay, the guy turned on him, he backstabbed him, and sent the hitman after him. And all the battles that John had to go through in this movie, I'm like, holy fuck. He can't, he's barely standing, and he's definitely mentally broke because of all the fighting and all the shooting on the bikes and just the action scenes. Those scenes were pretty cool. The body of the bicycle, like the motorcyclist, how it bent, that was so cool. CGI. You know what I'm talking about, right, Knack?
You sure you're not getting this mixed up with the third one?
Am I getting... Was there a bike scene in the second one? No, that was the third one, wasn't
it? There's a big motorcycle action sequence in the third one.
Oh, God, yeah, I'm fucked. God, I'm getting ahead of myself.
We'll say the second one has what I would argue is the best action sequence out of all the films, which is where him and Common are stealthily trying to kill each other.
Oh, around the cars? Yeah. Around the cars.
There's that, and when they're like walking in the subway and like,
oh yeah,
Wick's up on that one level and he's down the other, and they're like just silently shooting their guns at each other and they're hitting like columns as they're walking by. That is so great.
It's like, holy fuck, this is like boom, boom, boom.
And then when they're actually on the subway and as people are moving out, they just keep moving closer and closer to each other
until they stab each other. That was intense stabbing them. You okay? Yeah. You sure? Yeah. Okay. Just had to check on the wife. She's right here next to me in the medical bed. Everyone who she has to take some Pepto.
And I love the final action sequence when they're in that mirrored place.
Oh my god, yeah, dude.
That must have been a nightmare to film. Like, I don't know how much of that was CG and how much of that was practical with the mirrors, but I can only imagine that was a nightmare to film, to make sure the camera wasn't visible or anything.
Okay. Yeah, that's okay. So that's the second one. Yeah, I got it mixed up because I got too far ahead of myself because I watched both of them back to back. But yeah, that scene inside the art exhibit like the mirrors and how he kills the bodyguards. And then like
what can John Wick do with 6 bullets?
Yeah. It's like holy shit. But the thing is, yeah, because he has 6 bullets because that's given to him by Lawrence Fishburne. You know, and the way he gets his revenge with the guy at the end, it's like, oh fuck. The third one's gonna be just like the repercussions of what happened. So, I hate doing this. I really would love to talk about the third one, but we have to hold back because we don't have a whole other hour.
The stuff with Lawrence Fishburne, it kind of expanded upon little glimpses of John Wick's character we saw in the first movie, like when he let Kevin Nash's bodyguard character live.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like John Wick is not a merciless killer like some other assassins in this world. Like he has a moral code, and he will let certain people survive. Just like he did with Tommen in this film. He said, "This is a mercy. Like you can pull this knife out and continue to attack me, or you can leave it in and live another day."
Yeah, because he stabs him.
That's exactly what he did to Lawrence Fishburne's character, and now he's paying off his debt to help John.
What did John Wick do to Lawrence Fishburne's character? I forget.
He talked about it. Like he kind of did the same thing. Like he could have killed him, but he gave him a wound.
Oh yeah,
and let him live.
he negated the bounty that was on John's head. He didn't participate in it. That's right. And he mentions it in the third one to the educator why he didn't, you know, about the bounty, because of the whole thing at the end of this movie, which is the subsequent. You want to do it? I don't want to do the spoiler, but the movie's been out for years, guys. If you haven't seen it, it was on Tubi. It's no longer on Tubi now. It did get taken off there, but Knack Attack. What
John Wick 2 has the absolute best setup ending for a sequel out of like any movie ever. It is so amazing.
I loved it. I enjoyed it.
I won't give it away because it's just best to experience it, but as soon as 2 ends, you immediately want 3, like right then and there. Just ask John because he couldn't resist.
Yeah, and I know I mentioned some of the 3 here tonight, but I'm excited for next time episode in 2 weeks on the 17th. It's gonna be great, because 3 by far was just great, and we're gonna do this right now. We're gonna get to the fourth trailer, and let's see what we think. Just because we want to do it this week, because I want to do it now, because it's here.
I'm glad you liked to. I know a lot of people were kind of disappointed with it, but
yeah.
And when I very first saw part 2, I was like, okay, it was okay, but it wasn't as good. But when I rewatch it, I'm like, okay, you know what? There's actually a lot to like in this one.
Definitely. So let's watch the trailer. Is it there? Yes. Let's bring it full screen. See how that works. If I bring it full screen, does it make it good on the screen like that?
It's on the very right. There you go.
Does it work? Did it work? Yes, like that. Okay. So let's do it. Let's roll it.
Saying goodbyes?
Like Lionsgate changing their logo again.
You think your wife can hear you?
No.
Then why bother?
We already got a really good cinematographer for this 4th one.
Mm-hmm.
It looks great.
Want to die.
Just visually, it looks really good.
Goodbye to you, my trusted friend.
A new day is dawning. New ideas, new rules, new management.
We've known each other since.
Guys with guns, guys with knives.
Who is this?
The Marquis de Gramont. Challenge him to single combat. Win or lose, it's a way out.
I don't sit at the table.
Your family does.
Please pray for me. I was the black sheep of the family.
Man has to look his best when it's time to get married. Or buried.
I'm going to need a gun.
There's that suit. Yeah, I love. We didn't mention it, but the second one introduced the bulletproof suit.
Yeah, crazy.
which is so fun.
If you win, the table will honor its word.
There you go. John Wick 3 going international as well.
Yeah.
Under the old laws, only one can survive. Failure to meet at sunrise will result in execution.
Last words, Winston?
Oh yeah, it looks fun.
Yeah, dude, I'm so like wanting to see this because these fights and the way it's going to end is going to be like surprising. Because it's like, does John Wick make it to the battle? Does he?
You know, are they planning to make a 5? Like, I don't know when, like, if they have like an end in sight for this franchise, or
I have no clue.
because like we mentioned, Keanu Reeves not getting much younger. Like, maybe just do part 5 and end it on a high note instead of just having to keep going. You know?
Let's see. Oh wait, hold on. Alright, let's bring this back.
But yeah, part 4 is looking good.
4 is looking really good. John Wick 5, let's see. Oh, there's the 5th one.
Cool.
Oh wait. Thankfully, Chad Stahelski, who has directed all 4 John Wick films, recently spoke to Collider and confirmed that John Wick 5 is definitely still on the table. In fact, Stahelski said he'll likely start working on John Wick 5 next year with the film star Keanu Reeves during the John Wick 4 press tour. So it's in the cards.
Cool.
We do not know.
John Wick 5, 2025.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it would be perfect. And then 2025, how old's Keanu Reeves going to be in 2025? Keanu Reeves, let's see.
90.
Keanu is right. Huh?
He'll be 90.
60. He's going to be 60. He's going to be 60, Knack Attack. 60
All right.
in 2 years.
Yeah, so time to end it at that point.
Yeah, because wait. Yeah, in 2024, he'll be 60. And that's his only, and honestly, that's his only next upcoming movie. He has nothing else on the plate, looks like. Hold on, does he? No.
I need a break. This is a demanding role.
Well, no, he actually has 6
Someone put me in a
movies.
rom-com.
He has 6 movies that are coming up right now. Oh, wait.
Keanu Reeves got to eat.
What is Ballerina? It says John Wick.
Oh, I heard about that. That's like, I guess they're making like a spin-off series about that. That's that ballerina place that was in part 3.
Yeah. It was pretty crazy. But he also has Constantine.
I didn't think that was still
2.
happening.
He also has Constantine 2 coming out.
Okay. I'd like to watch that.
I like the first one.
Constantine 1, I think, is a bit underrated.
Yeah. Have you ever played the video game?
Nope. I don't really have any interest in the game.
Okay. I haven't either. I want to try it. It looks cool. It's like Van Helsing. You played the Van Helsing game? I think you
No,
did.
but I've seen it.
Okay.
Better than the movie.
Better than the movie. All right. So, John Wick 2 leads us into John Wick 3 in 2 weeks, guys. Damn. I wish we could talk about it now. But, you know, we have a time restraint. He has to be a dad. I have to be a father.
I give John Wick 2 a solid 4 out of 5.
4 out of 5? Really? Really?
Yeah.
4? What's wrong?
Yeah. It gets a little convoluted with some of the mythology stuff.
Oh, okay. All right.
4 out of 5 is still a must-watch, man.
Yeah, it is a must-watch. I mean, if you fell in love with the first one and you want to see Did you think John Wick was going to be the end? Was it only going to be a one film? No, it's a 2-part banger right now for us. Anyway, we have a third one that we watched, but we won't talk about that until 2 weeks from now. So be on the lookout for that episode. But I give John Wick Chapter 2 4.5 out of 5.
Oh, you liked it just as much as the first one.
Well, you know what? Fuck it then. 5. Because this definitely made me want more. It definitely made me want to go and watch the next movie right away, and it did. It did do that.
I can tell you the really nice thing too is the John Wick movies hold up on multiple viewings.
Oh, I bet they do.
I think 2 is even more rewarding on multiple viewings.
Yeah, because then you get to think about this stuff probably. Then you get to be like, okay, the mythological stuff is great in the first 1 or 2 sittings, and then you're like, I don't need to hear that. I can fast forward that shit, but I can watch the action scenes more because then you can like notice the nuances and the camera.
You can pick up some of the little details you missed on the first pass.
Yeah, it's like that. Like when you watch like Marvel movies, sometimes like, oh okay, I missed that. Like what the fuck? How did I miss that?
Oh, from phase 1 and 2, everything after that is kind of meh.
Oh, Knack Attack, you're fun. You're definitely a lot of fun.
Let me add that. Phase 3 was pretty great. Everything after Endgame has just been a nightmare.
Okay. All right. In your opinion. But we all have opinions. That's why we have this podcast.
That's a fact, brother.
Everybody has opinions. Everybody has an asshole. Everyone can be an asshole. And everything leads back to Kevin Bacon one way or another. That's where I'll leave it. And that's a hint for a movie that you should watch, Snack Attack, on the Disney Plus, which I mentioned earlier, because it has Kevin Bacon in it.
What's he in on there?
What?
I like Kevin Bacon.
Well, then
what's he in on?
Then you might want to watch the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special, available now on Disney Plus. Because it's cheesy.
Wait, was he in Guardians 2 as a character?
No.
I know Stallone was.
No. Kurt Russell was. Kurt Russell.
Yeah, but Stallone was too. He had a cameo as someone in Guardians 2.
Yes, Stallone did. Yes, Stallone was in Guardians. Yes, it was brief. But Kevin Bacon is in the Guardians of the Galaxy.
That was distracting. There's Sylvester Stallone in the movie now.
What movie? What movie was that? That Stallone's brother was in that we saw recently. Fred Claus.
Oh.
Fred Claus. My wife Danya likes Fred Claus. Have you seen Fred Claus with Vince Vaughn?
Is that the animated one?
Huh?
Is that animated?
No, it's Vince Vaughn. Vince Vaughn. It's a Vince Vaughn movie.
Okay. Yeah, I remember there was that, and there was like an animated one that came out like right around the same time.
Yeah.
They kind of blurred my head.
And Paul Giamatti's in it. He plays Santa.
Yeah. I'm aware of that movie. I haven't seen that one.
Okay. Well, maybe it will be a date night if you can get the kids away and then have a date night with your wife and watch Fred Claus for a romantic holiday evening with your significant other. While you do your
not a date movie. We watch scary movies on date night.
No. Here's the thing. If you do Fred Claus, you can do it as your article for your fucking banger of a website, Cinematic Lounge. So that's why I said that. I segued perfectly to promote your lovely
I'm
site.
actually glad you brought that up. I just posted a review for this movie in there called Reborn, which is very John Wick-esque. I think you might like it. So if you find that one somewhere, it's on Shudder. Give that one a check.
Okay. We had Shudder, but we don't.
It has the great Tak Sakaguchi, which I would love if he showed up in a John Wick movie.
But guess what, ladies and gentlemen? I'm going to make the big news right now. I didn't tell you this personally yet, Knack Attack, but Danya has been approved, and we're finally going to start seeing the money from her SSDI.
That's good.
Huh?
No, that's good.
Well, yeah. It'll start next year, so in January it's going to start, and
Oh, good. I was gonna say, by next year, do you mean like in a month?
Yeah, in a month, in January. It'll
Okay,
start.
good.
So, yeah,
That'll help you guys a lot. I'm glad that's happening.
Lessons a little bit of burden on myself. I mean, yes, I still got to pay the bills, but you know what?
It's not nearly enough for what it should be, but it's something.
Well, back pay's coming. The back pay too. They owe us a lot. All right, they owe us a lot for her, but they're also gonna start doing the monthly payments of everything else. So,
all right.
So yeah.
Talk to me about this later offline.
Yeah, but that's the good news. That's the good news. That's why I'm in a little bit of happy mood. Okay, guys. That's why I'm not like, oh, fuck this shit. I gotta take care of everything. Yada yada yada. Blah blah blah. But yeah. So in 2 weeks, guys, ladies and gentlemen, in 2 weeks, same place, same bat channel, we'll have John Wick Chapter 3 Parabellum review, talk, and more. I know we didn't really talk about much about what we've learned, but we saw that Knack Attack got new games. He's gonna go play some Lost Planet here later today, probably, and maybe I want to see
10 minutes
you do
before
Infamous.
my kids suck the joy out of it.
I want to see you do Infamous. I know that's a more of a adult game with the
oh yeah,
prison
Infamous. I got Infamous 1 and 2 in that lot. I already have Infamous 1 on my PlayStation.
Oh,
I got it digitally, but I got Infamous 2 now. So
nice. Yeah. There you go. There you go.
I played as the evil guy in Infamous 1. I was like, you know what? I'm going to be the evil guy. See where that goes.
You are my evil sidekick.
Fine.
Best friend, partner in crime, and I love you, Knack Attack. So guys, be here. Go follow Knack Attack on Twitter, and follow their project with his wife Lauren Rose called Cinematic Lounge. You know where I'll be? I'll be playing video games here on twitch.tv/TheRealTightSpot, twitter.com/TheTightSpot. We love you guys. Thank you all for the support. Dirty, thank you for stopping by. And anyone else who's just been lurking throughout the episode, if you guys have any thoughts about those movies or any of the movies we've seen, hit us up on the Twitters and we'll talk to you there. Knack Attack, any parting words before we go?
Oh no, just just stay safe, and if anyone has suggestions for a movie they want us to talk about, go ahead and let John know.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, there are tons of movies out there. Tons of movies I haven't seen. Tons of movies.
You lie. There's only 20 movies.
There's only 20 movies. What are those 20 movies, Knack Attack? Maybe. Okay, so maybe for our next episode, our topic will be, if there was only 20 movies you could watch, which 20 movies would they be? So that's going to be our next topic for John Wick 3 episode. Your movie, 20 movies that you could only watch if you could only watch them.
Get your Desert Island mini library.
Yeah, there you go. Damn it, Knack Attack. You opened the fucking door for things, and I love it. It's like, boom. We're awesome together. We think of great ideas together. So, guys, we'll see you soon. Love you all. We're going to rate out. I think Nico Cinco is still on. Let me see if he's still on. I think I was watching him on this computer. He is. I rated him last night, but we're going to rate him right now. So, Nick, go ahead. Nick, what were you going to say? Go ahead.
I was just saying, jazz hands out.
Yeah, hold on. We're going to rate out right now. Boom, boom. Give me 1 second. Don't go away, Nick.
Right.
Cinco, boom.
Enjoy,
boom.
everybody.
Let's go. Gonna go watch and play some Madden. Love y'all. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye-bye.